In a small, sun-kissed village nestled between rolling hills and vibrant fields, two sisters lived together in a modest hut. The elder sister, Zuri, was known far and wide for her stunning beauty. Her skin glowed like polished ebony, and her hair cascaded like a waterfall of night. Zuri carried herself with an air of confidence that often crossed into arrogance. She believed her beauty was a gift that entitled her to the finest things in life, including the most handsome groom in the village. Then there was Amani, the younger sister, who, by the village's standards, was not considered beautiful. Her face bore the marks of a life spent working hard, and her frame was sturdy rather than delicate. But Amani possessed a heart of gold, radiating kindness and compassion. She was the type of person who would share her last morsel of food with a hungry traveler or offer a comforting word to a friend in need. As the sun began to set, casting golden hues across the sky, the sisters sat by the fire, their mother's stories still echoing in their minds. It was a time-honored tradition in the village for girls to seek out a groom, and the sisters were no exception. Their mother had always said, "A good husband is like a sturdy tree, strong, reliable, and protective." But finding such a man was no easy task, and the sisters were determined to succeed in their quest. "One day," Zuri declared, "I will find the most handsome groom in the village. He shall be mine, and all will see that I am the most deserving." Her confidence was unwavering, and she spent her days adorning herself in the finest fabrics, practicing her dance moves, and perfecting her laughter to charm any man who crossed her path. Amani, on the other hand, took a different approach. "I just want someone who will appreciate me for who I am," she said softly. "Beauty fades, but kindness is forever." While Zuri was busy preparing for her grand entrance into the village's social scene, Amani spent her time helping their neighbors, tending to the sick and nurturing the animals. As the days turned into weeks, the village buzzed with excitement about the upcoming festival, where eligible bachelors would showcase their skills. Zuri, with her beauty and charm, was sure that the most sought-after groom would fall at her feet. Amani, however, was content to simply attend the festival and enjoy the festivities. On the day of the festival, the village square transformed into a vibrant spectacle. Colorful banners fluttered in the breeze, and the aroma of delicious foods wafted through the air. Zuri arrived, adorned in a stunning dress that shimmered under the sun, her hair beautifully styled. She turned heads as she walked through the crowd, her confidence palpable. "Look at me," she exclaimed, spinning around to catch the attention of the handsome young man. "Who wouldn't want to marry me?" Her laughter rang out, echoing through the village, and many of the young men approached her, eager to win her favor. Zuri reveled in the attention, tossing her head back and basking in the admiration. Meanwhile, Amani wandered through the festival, her heart swelling with joy as she watched the children play and the elders share stories. She smiled at everyone, offering her help wherever she could. As she assisted an elderly woman with her basket, a young man named Kofi noticed her. Kofi was not the most handsome man in the village, but he had a warm smile and kind eyes that shone with genuine interest. "Thank you for your help," he said, his voice soft. "You have a good heart." Amani blushed, surprised by his compliment. It was a simple exchange, but it filled her with warmth. They began to talk, sharing stories about their lives, dreams, and the beauty of the world around them. Zuri, noticing Amani's interaction with Kofi, scoffed. "Why would you waste your time with someone like him?" She called out, her voice dripping with disdain. "He's not even worthy of your attention. Look at me. I'm the one who deserves the best." But Amani, undeterred, smiled at Kofi. "It's not about looks. It's about who we are inside. Kindness and love matter more than anything." Kofi nodded in agreement, and they continued their conversation, lost in their own little world. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the village, the festival reached its peak. Zuri was surrounded by suitors, each trying to impress her with their skills. She laughed and danced, but deep down her heart felt a tinge of emptiness. Despite all the attention, she realized that something was missing. In contrast, Amani and Kofi shared a quiet moment under the stars. They spoke of their hopes and dreams, and Amani felt a connection that she had never experienced before. Kofi listened intently, genuinely interested in her words, and Amani found herself opening up in ways she never thought possible. As the festival drew to a close, Zuri found herself alone, her suitors having drifted away. She watched Amani and Kofi from a distance, a strange feeling stirring within her. "Why is she so happy with him, Zuri wondered, feeling a pang of jealousy. "I have everything, beauty, charm, and yet—" That night, as the sisters lay in their shared bed, Zuri couldn't shake the feeling of discontent. "Amani," she said, breaking the silence, "do you really think that kindness is enough to win a man's heart?" Amani turned to her sister, her eyes sparkling with sincerity. "It's not just about winning a heart, Zuri. It's about building a connection, a bond based on love and respect. Beauty may catch someone's eye, but it's kindness that captures the heart." Zuri sighed, contemplating her sister's words. "But what if no one wants me for who I am? What if I'm just nothing without my beauty?" Amani reached out, taking Zuri's hand in hers. "You're so much more than your looks. You have a beautiful spirit, Zuri. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You deserve love that sees beyond the surface." The following day, Zuri decided to change her approach. Instead of flaunting her beauty, she joined Amani in helping the villagers. They worked side by side, laughing and sharing stories, and slowly Zuri began to see the world through Amani's eyes. As the days passed, Kofi continued to visit Amani, and Zuri watched their friendship blossom. She noticed the way Kofi looked at Amani, not with superficial admiration, but with genuine affection. It was a love that transcended physical beauty, and Zuri couldn't help but feel inspired. One evening, Zuri approached Kofi, her heart racing. "Can I talk to you?" she asked, her voice trembling slightly. Kofi nodded, intrigued. "I've seen how you care for Amani. You make her happy." Kofi smiled. "Amani is a wonderful person. She has a way of bringing light into the lives of those around her." Zuri took a deep breath, her pride momentarily set aside. "I want to learn from you both. I want to understand what it means to love and be loved for who I truly am." Kofi's eyes widened in surprise, but then he nodded. "It takes time, but it's worth it. Love isn't just about looks. It's about being there for one another, lifting each other up and sharing life's journey together." As the festival season came to a close, Zuri began to embrace her sister's values. She learned to appreciate the beauty in kindness, the strength in humility, and the joy of genuine connections. Slowly, she found herself surrounded by friends who valued her for her heart rather than her appearance. And so the two sisters, Zuri and Amani, became known in the village not just for their contrasting looks, but for their unbreakable bond, their laughter that echoed through the fields, and their hearts that overflowed with love. In the end, Zuri found a groom, not the most handsome, but someone who admired her spirit and appreciated her journey toward kindness. Amani and Kofi's love blossomed into a beautiful partnership, built on trust and respect. As they all gathered under the stars one night, sharing stories and laughter, Zuri turned to Amani, her heart full. "You were right all along. True beauty lies in kindness." And Amani smiled, her heart swelling with pride for her sister. "And love, dear Zuri, is the most beautiful thing of all." And so the village thrived, not just on beauty, but on the strength of love that united them all, reminding everyone that while beauty may fade, the bonds of kindness and love last forever.